Something that I found really interesting in a book that I read a few years ago called The Celestine Prophecy, which is a non-fiction book about this guy on a quest to find the manuscript of ways in which we should live our lives as humans in order to feel the most fulfillment. And it's a book about energy and spirituality. And so in the first one, Celestine Prophecy, they mention how when you start to mentally doubt yourself or anything, right? Because everything in life is mental. Everything that in life is mental. When you start to doubt anything, you actually decrease your energy, and with that, your energy field. And what that's doing on a cognitive level, on a physiological cognitive level, is putting you into a fear and anxious, worrisome state of mind and narrowing your focus and limiting your ability to access your intuition or creative thinking. So the energetic explanation of that matches the actual cognitive and physiological facts about the human being and our existence and how we work. And so what this means is that I'll give you an example. When I first realized this or read that in that book, I thought that I would give it a try, like a mental exercise. And there was one time when I couldn't find something that I was looking for. And like anyone, especially if you're in a rush or you just have a natural tendency to get frustrated when you've misplaced something, you start to panic and get frustrated and irritated. And so if we think about what I just said, right, that decreases your energy, narrows your focus into anxiety and worry, and limits your ability to access information and intuition and creative thinking, right? Then in that moment, I'm not going to be able to find what I'm looking for. I acknowledge that I started to feel this way in the moment, and then I was like, I'm going to calm down. I took a few deep breaths, and I know where this is, so I calmed down my body, my mind, and after a minute or so, I just started walking toward in a direction in my room towards a drawer. I opened up the drawer, and then whatever it was that I was looking for was right there. I also will remind you that your body always knows and has intuitive information before your conscious mind can access this. In the moment when my body was moving towards the drawer, I wasn't really conscious or aware of the fact why it was moving towards the drawer, but I trusted it, and it led me to what it was I was looking for. I actually have another story that was very intentional, and I wanted to kind of show my skills. I was waitressing at the time, and I was in the back area where the waitresses chill and the waiters, and my friend was in the bathroom, and she's like, oh my god, I dropped my stud earring, a really small little earring in the bathroom. I can't find it. And I was like, oh, I'm perfect opportunity for me to exercise this skill. And so I'm like, oh, I'll find it, right? Increasing my energy, believing in myself. And I went into the washroom. I just stood there. And then I was I just felt into it. I was like, I'm gonna find it. And then all of a sudden my body just, I leaned down like this. My head tilted to the right underneath the back of the toilet. And lo and behold, there was the stud. And anyways, I was amazed. It was awesome. Anyway, that is the point to my video here, is to acknowledge that on an energetic level, when you doubt yourself, you are decreasing your energy. And on a physiological cognitive level, you are putting yourself in a state of fear and anxiety, which narrows your focus and doesn't allow you access to solutions and ideas in life. Be mindful of where your mind starts to go in a situation that maybe regularly leads you towards feeling anxious, because we all have like those automatic reactions or tendencies where we tend to react towards. In these moments when you start to get panicky, when that happens, do what I did, is acknowledge it and then start to take a few deep breaths and say, I'm going to find the solution. Even if you don't know the solution, it doesn't matter. When you tell your brain that you know what you're doing and you're going to find it, and you believe in yourself, you increase your energy and you open yourself up to all of the solutions and creative energy and input in your mind. Even if you don't believe it, it is true, scientifically and energetically. So try it out. Have a wonderful day, and thanks for watching, guys. Remember to stay mindful.